In this video, I'm going to be teaching you all you need to know about Adalo. Now, before we begin, this video is made for you to have an in-depth look of Adalo and all the different features to get started. It's not an exhaustive list, but this is for you to understand the capabilities and how to get started very quickly with Adalo. But if you have very specific questions, make sure in the comment section down below you let me know. Before we dive in, make sure if you like building businesses, side hustles with no code, like and subscribe to this channel. We do this every single week, and if you have any questions, the comment section down below, let me know what you're building. So let's begin. All right, so we're gonna go to adalo.com, and you can sign up, log in, all of those different things. Now, what I would like to point out is the reason I like Adalo, to get started, to test out a lot of different ideas, you can actually start for free. And then afterwards you can upgrade. So if you're worried about, I'm not sure what platform to choose, like there's no strings, just sign up for free. What also I really like about this platform is the templates. Now I've said this in a couple different videos, but it just keeps getting better and better. The templates allow you to decide or to get ahead of the competition to build out an app that aligns with your vision. For me, I get overwhelmed if I'm just seeing a blank screen. So I need to have an app already built for me pretty much for me to take the next step. So they have tons of different types of apps. One's for ordering, so you could create something like Uber Eats. You have something to create product hunt. I mean, it clearly says a product hunt clone. So it allows you to do a lot of different things easily. Also too, now they have something called the marketplace where you can have key components into your app. So if you need to have integrations with Stripe, Google Maps, QR code generator, email validator, all of those things, and the list goes on, you can have that just as a drag. Like you have this in your account and you can drag and drop. That's what I meant. Drag and drop into your account, right? So let's just begin. I'm going to log in. And like I said, the reason when I start, I want to have something in mind or have something present so I don't get overwhelmed. Now right here, this is a project. I'm going to get a new project, but what I'm about to show you where it says create new app, this is where you're going to begin. Right here, it's going to ask you, do you want to create a native mobile app or a desktop web app? I'm going to say native mobile app. Now, after I pick that, it's going to give me an option. It says, what kind of template do you want to start with? This is what I'm talking about. This allows me to understand, okay, where am I going to be going in my life? Okay, I'm gonna pick a directory. Go to directory, it says what kind of directory or what's the name of the app. I'm gonna say brand factory. Oh, there we go. Once I learn how to spell brand factory directory, right? So I have my directory right here. I'm gonna say create. And afterwards, it's gonna take a few moments. It's gonna compile and it's going to create this for me right here. Now, right off the bat, as you notice, they already created the splash page for me, the sign up, login, the categories right here, the dates. It allows me to have all of these great features automatically without me needing to code or really be overwhelmed in starting this from scratch. I love that it has the different screens for me right away. The next thing, before I go crazy and I start clicking on everything, it's important to understand key components that Adalo has. Number one is the add component section. This allows you to add a component. So you can add text and you can literally just drag and drop over there. I'm not gonna do it. Go back. So I can drag text, I can drag a button, I can do all of those things. Add, an app bar, all of these different things. And then it's broken down into navigation, lists, buttons, simple, forms. It allows you to really add just components onto a page similar to, a website, right? The next part is I can have my branding. Again, I might have thought that I wanted my branding a certain way, but I can change it universally right here. Also, it allows me to see my different screens. This is really key so I can, really focus on what I need to do and not screw it up by trying to just haphazardly pick the right screen. It allows me to see all my screens. I can, make changes, add more details, all of those things once I'm at that screen, right? So I say congrats. Okay, I can look at the components right here. Also, I can change the name of the page, all those things. I can change other behavior, but let's just keep it right there. The next part is the database. Now, this is the relationship with your data and the things that are in your app, right? So the user and then the dates and categories. So depending on what kind of app you build, there's going to be different kinds of data that you've got to keep track of. So these are just different cylinders of data that you need to keep track of, right? So think about them almost as like different columns in a data, in a CSV, or, if you're in Google Sheets or whatever. Each column is holding different things, right? So one column might be customer names, right? The user. The next column might be their email address, right? So you can have different database collections here. And then also in Adalo, you can change the relationship of the database. So how it interacts, right? So let's just make it really easy. The association of the name and their email, or the name and what they're ordering. The database needs to understand, or how it communicates with each other. And that's what Adalo really makes really simple. And also the illustrations they give you, like, to understand the relationships of databases, because I do not have a background in app design. I learned it all myself. And so I didn't have that fundamentals of understanding databases and those relations. So Adalo really allows you to understand it very easily. So I really like that. Also too, you can have the settings here of the app, understand more information, display settings, all of that stuff, app access. And then also I can have my analytics of the app. How is it performing? All of those things. So, okay, so this is the overview of Adalo. And to begin, again, when you're starting out right here, when you create your first app, it also gives you prompts to watch beginner videos for Adalo as well. So you can, feel free to do that. But what I like to do before I really start delving in is first understanding what kind of app am I building, and can I use a template? Okay, once I use a template that it's similar to what I'm looking for, do I need to have other components in the marketplace? I write all of those things out first. Then I pick a template, I get started, and then go from there. But I'm being purposeful than just saying, oh, I'm interested in that, click on it, and then I just get into the weeds. I don't understand it. I'm seeing all these weird lines. And take a deep breath, plan out what you want to do, plan out why you want to use Adalo, what you're going to be doing with this app, what do you want to learn, what is your main goal, and then go from there. And that's it. That's the overview of Adalo. If you would like more information, there's different other videos, or I'll create more videos if you're interested in Adalo as well. Different case studies, if you're thinking about how can you use it for your business, let me know. I'll do research, I'll create other tutorials, all of those things. But remember, this is meant for you to go out and not just learn these things, but execute, and to build something that your customers want or what you want. We're solving problems. We're using apps to solve problems, not to just haphazardly build. So in the comment section down below, let me know what you're working on, if you have more questions. And if you find this is, these kind of videos helpful, if you found this video helpful, make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel and for this video, and I'll talk to you soon.